Hey internet, time for a second Destiny info video, so here we go. I want to say first off that Bungie has repeatedly stated that they don't consider Destiny to be an MMO. Their technical art director named Ryan Ellis stated that, quote, "Our game is different and kind of hard to describe, which is why we don't want to use that term." I guess Destiny is turning out to be a complex game and they don't want to give it a certain label and then kind of do things that aren't in that genre of game, so I guess that's why they don't want to consider it an MMO. Unlike the original Halo trilogy, you can actually customize your character this time around, and you can even have multiple slots that you could save your characters to in case you want to play multiple characters and switch between roles depending on how you want to play the game. You could choose your race, which means that for the first time in a Bungie game, you're going to take off your goddamn helmet. And the choices for race are going to be human, who have survived the collapse, the Awoken, who are described as otherworldly and aloof people, and the Exo, which are essentially Sonny from iRobot, sentient robots who don't know what their original purpose was, and being that they are robots, they come off as straightforward and seem to never tire. After you choose your race, which is essentially the base to do other customizations for your character, you then get to change your face, and then you get to choose your sex, your hairstyle, and if you want to be a rebel, you could even put a tattoo or two on your character. Personally, I'm probably going to go with the Exo because it sounds to be kind of rad to be a, sentient robot, so that's probably what I'm going with. Now, for each of the 3 Guardian classes you choose, those being Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, you do get class-specific bonuses for each. These bonuses are going to be known as your focus. This is how you level and enhance your characters, and there are 20 levels to your focus, and which each level you do unlock new things, such as grenade types, and whether or not they're homing or proximity, abilities, and passive bonuses. There are different trees within your focus as well, and each one's pretty different from the next. I assume it's going to be a little bit like Skyrim. Besides your grenades, you could also choose how you move vertically, whether you want to double jump or teleport, and you could also use these trees to upgrade your weapon specialties, super abilities for each Titan, and melee bonuses. The good news is that once you choose your focus trees, you can actually change them. So say you want a specific tree for competitive multiplayer, but now you're playing the main story and want a different set of abilities, you could just switch it. Also, you don't need a specific class to clear an area. Each class is apparently capable of handling every situation that's going to be thrown at you, and the only difference being is how you go about doing it. A Titan can be a tank and just roll in killing everything like a Spartan from Halo, or if you want to be sneakier, you can go with a character like a Warlock. The 3 Guardian choices only influence the emotional archetype, and if you don't know what that means, don't feel bad, here's an example. If you played Borderlands, the characters Zero and Krieg are completely different personality-wise, but can still complete the same tasks just with a different type of flair. And here's the good stuff, the character class descriptions. Titans look like a medieval knight with a set of full body armor. It's pretty reminiscent of the days when we were the Master Chief bashing in the Covenant's brains and blowing up their methane tanks. There's no mistaking it, when you're a Titan you're going to be a tank and you're going to jump into the middle of the battle anytime you want. Your character's going to be heavy and you're going to pack a pretty decent punch, and you're going to have some focuses that allow you to give some hell and take some at the same time. Your focus is known as the Fist of Havoc. It's a shock wave that hits a pretty big area, but your range can even be increased, given electrical damage and a damage over time once you reach the right level within your focus. The damage over time thing even lasts once you leave an area, so you could be damaging enemies even when you're not there. The Hunter is a cross between the Titan and Warlock, and you're going to be a veritable Clint Eastwood. They're bounty hunters who are quick on the trigger and great with a pistol, and while they might not be louder than God's Revolver, they'll definitely be twice as shiny. Especially with the signature super, the Ghost Gun, which will one-hit KO most baddies. Even visually, they look like they're half Titan and half Warlock. They're going to have cloth draped over their light armor. Last up, we got the Warlocks, and they're going to be wielders of that mystical space magic that the Traveler brought. Don't worry though, they're not going to have wimpy mage staffs in their hand. You're still going to get the shiny boomsticks just like the other 2 classes. You can also buff your allies and revive them, or go for the glass cannon route with the Circle of Night focus. It's a strong attack, but you lose out on a good defense. You'll also eventually level up to the Heart of Fusion focus, which, as I said before, buffs and heals your team. Your super is the Nova Bomb, and it's a blast capable of taking out whole groups of robot space aliens. Tyson Green, who works on Bungie, stated that focuses are meant to be synergetic with your gear. What this means is that you start out with a character, and then you start finding the armor and weapons that work best with your focus or strategy that you're going with. Also, gear is going to be color-coded for rarity and power, just like in that other open-world multi-class shooter that we all know. But that's for a different video. Only some of your armor will be class-specific. This means you still need a helmet, chest piece, armor, and leg equipment, and yup, as you might have guessed, each of it's going to have its own abilities and bonuses. So besides looking for that really rare gun, you're going to have to look for a rare helmet, chest piece, armor, and leg equipment on top of all of it. And last, let's talk about some of the tech that's going to help you get there. First, you got your little AI buddy that's going to be known as a ghost. It's also the fucking flashlight that follows you around. Also, you got your kinda Star Wars looking land speeder. It's a small personal vehicle you're going to be using to get from point A to B and fast. There's also your spaceship, which is customizable as well, and that's how you're going to planet hop. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Sorry the video was a little long this time. There's a lot of information to cover, and hopefully it sounded a little better though. My mic was a little weird last time. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I need to know this kind of stuff. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching once again, and if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Otherwise, don't, but, still have a nice day.